All right, so let's talk about school, specifically when it comes to eating. So hopefully no one from my school is watching this. I don't know if I can get in trouble. So for the first couple of weeks of school, I was technically stealing food. First couple of times I didn't know, and the last couple of times I kind of knew what I was doing. But so what was happening, so I don't have a meal plan for the school, right? And when I first started school, I wasn't sure, like, oh, am I, not going to be able to eat or anything like that. So I kind of just walked in the cafeteria area, and there's it's like a buffet. This is like in one of the buildings of the school, and it's like kind of like just a buffet where you walk in and they're gonna have new stuff every day when you go there to eat, and you just pick what you want, put on your plate, whatever. It's a buffet, right? And so the first couple times I kind of just walk in, and we have ID badges, and apparently we're supposed to scan our ID badges on those things. But no one said anything. I walked past people and no one said anything. And I would just eat. I would just pick that food and I would just eat. And, no one would say anything. I thought there was no problem. I thought maybe the people that were scanning their badges had to do something specific. Maybe they're doing something more specific. So yeah, for the first couple of weeks, I was just kind of eating for free. Technically. And then I was asked, hey, can you scan your badge? This happened twice. So I scanned my badge twice, and they let me go. They let me through. And then the last time I scanned my badge, the person that was at that register was like, oh, it doesn't look like you have an account. I can't let you through or whatever. And I'm like, okay. And and I was asking, so like, if I don't have an account, I can't eat at all? And they're like, yeah. So I practically, can't eat at the school. So I was like, okay, that's, all right, whatever. I'll just bring my own food from home. So I packed my lunchbox. I put in food that like my parents cooked, and I go to the school and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna warm it up. I remember I heard someone asking for a microwave to use one time, before I started making my own lunch, and they were like, oh yeah, sure, it's over here. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do the same thing. So I asked for a microwave, and I'm getting sent on a whole goose chase as to where a microwave is. So, the first dude I asked, and I'm asking people that work within the cafeteria area of the school. And first I asked, like, okay, so is there a microwave for me to warm this up? And he was like, yeah, sure, go through that blue door over there. So I go to that blue door, I open it up. First, I actually missed the blue door a couple times. I was confused because I thought he was pointing to somewhere that was outside of the cafeteria area. But, I just kind of, I guess, had a bad sense of direction, I'm not sure. And so I go through that blue door eventually, and it's just like a stock room. It's like filled with like just plates and forks, and I don't see a microwave at all. And then I went back to him and was like, okay, I went in there and it's not in the blue door. And so before I went to him, there's 2 blue doors. So I went through another blue door that was on the opposite side of where he told me to go. And again, it was like the same exact thing. It was just a stock room with plates and forks and spoons. So I went to him and I said, hey, are you sure it's in that blue door? Because I didn't see a microwave when I went in there. And he was basically, yeah, I'm sure there's a microwave in there. And then I told him about the second door, and I was like, hey, is it in that second door? And then, or like, hey, no, it's not in that second door. And he was like, well, yeah, of course, because I didn't tell you to go through that door. And then another group of workers walked by. So just as I was about to give up, another group of workers walked by, and I asked, hey, is there a microwave for me to use? And they're like, yeah, sure. It's for employees, but it's through that orange door right there. And the orange door was practically right across from the blue door. So I go to the orange door. The door is locked. And I was pissed. I was furious. I was like, of course it's fucking locked. I'm just like basically stomping away. And I kind of just sit down and just cool out for a little bit. And then I go up to the guy the first guy that I asked for a microwave, and he said, I told him I was just told that there's a microwave through that orange door, and it's locked. Is there a way for you to unlock it? And basically, he just said, no, there's no way for me to unlock it. I'm like, okay, and I walk away. Of course, I'm pissed, I'm furious. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense that they don't have a microwave for student use. It's like, for one, think about the students that don't have a meal plan. Think about the students that maybe don't, just in general, they don't want to eat the food at the school, and they want to bring their own food, and they don't live on campus, because I don't live on campus. So for them to just not have a microwave, it didn't make any sense. In high school, they have a microwave for the students. In middle school, they have a microwave for the students. Hell, I bet even in elementary school and preschool, they have a microwave. I'm pretty sure they do. But in college, there's no microwave. I'm already paying tuition. I'm already paying all this other stuff. But it's like they really, really, really want me to pay for a meal plan. And I was pissed. I was furious. So what I did was I ate my food cold. I just ate my food. I just ate my food cold. I just dealt with it, whatever. And it was the best cold meal I ever had in my life. And then the next day, where I brought my own food to the school, I asked a different lady, hey, is there a microwave? Because sometimes you might just need to ask different people, because some people might just really don't want you to have anything, and others might be less lenient. So I asked for a microwave. She said, no, sorry. There should be one in your dorm. And I'm like, I don't have a dorm, or I don't live on campus, and I just walked away. And then again, another cold meal. And then I was texting my girlfriend. I was asking her. I was not asking her, but I was just kind of like, man, I gotta eat my food cold again. This kind of sucks. And there's like, oh man, maybe there's like a lunchbox that keeps your food warm. And I searched that up, and I was like, oh wow, holy shit, that's an amazing idea. How did I not think about that? So I searched that up, and there was a lunchbox that kept your food warm. And then I scrolled a bit more, and there was a lunchbox that could heat up your food. Because and I thought that was a better option, since just kind of a microwave, not a microwave, but a lunchbox that's going to keep your food cold, that might not be super reliable, especially since we're approaching winter. And I don't know how well insulated one can be, but getting like an electric lunchbox that warms up your food, that was like an amazing idea. Like, how is that not mainstream, bro? Like, how is that not like the most mainstream thing ever? And what's cool is that in the cafeteria area, they have tables that have outlets in them. So, I could make my way over to the cafeteria tables, and I can plug in my lunchbox and, charge my phone, charge my iPad, whatever, and wait. I still have to wait 20, 30 minutes possibly for the food to warm up. And that's what I did today. So over the weekend, I got the lunchbox, and I had it today, and I ate, and the food was warm. It was nice, man. It was great. But what just was not great was the fact that they just, I don't understand, how do you not have a microwave for students to use? That's so stupid, man. That's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. But, of course, you always got to find a way around around the situation, around the problem. Don't just sit there stuck. And honestly, if my girl never said anything about a heated lunchbox, bro, I might have just been eating cold lunches for the next 4 years or something. I'm not sure, because that idea did not pop in my mind whatsoever. But it probably would have came to me sooner or later. But yeah, and it just kind of got me furious about how there's just so much money that you have to pay. There's living on campus, there's your tuition and fees, there's meal plan, things like that. There's of course and then they have dining dollars or dashing dollars or whatever, and just a bunch of shit just to make you be broke. Just be broke and dumb as a student. And it just doesn't make any sense to me. It just seems very predatory, especially since we are young folks who practically only just entered into the world. So it just kind of angers me a bit, because they expect us to pay all of this money, and sometimes there might not even be a guarantee that basically within our school that we might or may not be making a good investment. But I feel like, again, it just depends on how hard you work in and out of school. But that's besides the point I'm trying to make here. But it's just the fact that they have us pay all this money, all of this money. I mean, the meal plans were crazy. Meal plans, the average meal plan was about like $1,300 to $1,400 for like a quarter, and a quarter is only 10 weeks, and that's crazy to me. That is absolutely crazy to me. So I'm just like, fuck that. I'm not gonna get a meal plan. And some people that I know at the school that have meal plans, and they have dashing dollars. I think that kind of comes with it, because I think they're only allowed certain amounts of meals a week, like 14, 13 meals, things like that. And some of them are saying like, oh man, yeah, I only have like $70 left for my dashing dollars, or I only have $60 left, or I only have $7.25. And I'm like, what the hell? Because that's just more money that you have to pay, right? Or you're just gonna starve until the next quarter, right? If you can just wait that out. Like, what? I'm like, no, bro. Like, no. And eating, like, if I'm just gonna pay, and eating at that school is like $15, I'm pretty sure, $13 to $15. I'm not sure. There's different places you can kind of eat at the school, so it might be different prices depending. But at the buffet area, it was $15. So I'm probably not gonna be able to bring lunch every day, but I know that some days I'll probably have to pay that $15 out of pocket. But the moral of the story, guys, is, to be honest, just keep your eyes peeled, right, to whatever system you might be a part of, or just anything in general, because there's always someone or something trying to take advantage of those that are a part of it. So just try and keep your eyes peeled. Just watch out. Do what's necessary. Do what's going to, I guess, get you a part of this. Example, just again, me in school, right? I only pay my tuition and fees. I only pay my tuition and fees. That's the only thing I'm paying for. I'm not paying for my enrollment as a person living on campus. I'm not paying for dining dollars or whatever the hell, meal plan. I'm not paying for a meal plan. I'm just paying for gas, and I'm paying for food.